Welcome everyone to our Hatha yoga class. My name is Tammy and I'll be guiding you through the next 45 minutes. Our focus is on flexibility and mobility. Thinking about our breath as we move through the movements, it is a Ujjayi breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. When we first begin our class though, I'd like us to do inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And this way, we're just going to be getting rid of the negative energy, breathing out through the mouth instead of breathing out through the nose. So just a little bit differently. It's a way to get rid of adrenaline. Okay, so standing up nice and tall, feet firmly on the ground. And then take a big inhale breath, bend through the knees, and draw your arms up overhead, and then exhale. Inhale breath. Exhale, push out there through your mouth, and inhale. Exhale. Bend through the knees a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, drawing up. Exhale. Standing up nice and tall. Place your hands onto your hips. Bend through the knees and then circling through the hips. Let's circle the other way. Knees are nice and soft. Okay, and hold center. And I want you to stretch out. Make any kind of shape you want. Stretch out to distal. And then come back into yourself. Hug yourself into a core shape. So nice ball shape. And then again, stretch out any kind of shape you want to distal. And then hug yourself. Make a ball shape core. Stretch out to distal, and then a core shape. So nice ball shape and hug. And then distal, stretch out, stretch, throw your arms, legs, and then a core shape hug. Two more times, stretch out to distal, and then a core shape, however you like. And then a distal shape, stretch out through your arms and through your legs. And then hug. Okay, standing up. Now coming down to the floor to easy seat, turning to face the front of your mat. So crossing your legs for easy seat, and you're having your right leg crossed in front of the right leg at first. Place your hands onto your knees. And circles through the spine. This time it is just through the upper body without the hips like we did earlier. So circling through our spine, coming around. C curve through your spine when you come back. Come around for two more times. And last time, circle. Let's circle the other way. Starting to feel your body starting to warm up here and hold. Cross your legs the opposite way, so left leg in front of the right leg. With an inhale breath, draw your right arm up and over, long through the waist and tip up and over to the left side. Lengthening out through the right side of our body, relaxing through our shoulders, so drawing your shoulder away from the ear. And now come back to the Ujjayi breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. With the inhale breath, we lift up. And exhale breath, take your arm down to the ground. Into the left side, inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, come up and over to the right side, staying long through the waist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, hold. Inhale, lift your arm up towards the sky, and then exhale, back down towards the side. And then rounding through our shoulders. So let's start to our shoulders up and back and around. So lift your shoulders up, back, and around. 3 more times through, back and around. 2. 1 more time. And release. Okay, so bring your legs to the side and then come over to all fours. Take your toes down towards the ground here. Take your hips back into the heels and then come back to the neutral spine. Take your bottom back into the heels and come back, neutral spine. Take your bottom back to the heels and then come back. 2 more times. Gripping your mat with your finger pads to help take pressure off the wrist. And last time, wag your tail. Now we have circles through the upper body in a little bit of a different way here. Take your hands wider than the shoulders and circles. You're going to bend through the elbows and come down and around and circle through your upper body. And the other way now. Nice flowing movement we're doing here, and then come back up. Neutral spine, take your hands underneath of the shoulders into cow and then cat. Engage your bandhas. So those are your energy locks. Draw your navel in towards the spine, lift up through the pelvic floor muscles. Stay strong. And into cow. Move always through your tailbone first. So through your lumbar spine. And come into cow, draw your tailbone up, and then draw your heart up towards the sky with an inhale breath. Now exhale breath into cat, big arch. Inhale to cat. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 1 more time through, inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Back to the neutral spine. The neutral spine is natural S-curve of your spine. Sitting back into the heels. Sitting back into the heels. Let your shoulders be soft. And hopefully this position right here is taking pressure off the knees. If it is not accessible for you, please sit down in easy seat like we did before, and you may cross your legs in front. That works for you. And now we're going into eagle arms. Taking your arms up, relax your arms, and then you're sweeping your right arm underneath of the left arm and wrap them around each other. Just a very gentle wrap. Draw your arms up, draw your arms down, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Think of sliding your shoulder blades down the back. Looking through your third eye, that's in between your eyebrows. With the exhale breath, we release. Relax your shoulders. And then into the other side. So bring your arms up and then sweep your left arm underneath of the right arm and wrap your arms around each other. Hold onto the hands if that's accessible for you, and then draw your arms up and then draw your arms down. Releasing your shoulders down away from the ears again. Looking through your third eye, Keep breathing, come into that breath here. With the exhale breath, release your arms, roll your shoulders back, and then come back to all fours. Natural S-curve of the spine, threading the needle. Inhale, sweep your right arm up to shoulder height. Exhale, threading the needle. So bringing your arm in between the left arm and knee. Let the head rest down towards the ground. The left elbow may be pointing up towards the sky, or the left elbow is down to the ground. So find what's going to work for you here. Inhale breath brings us up. So just on your own time. And the exhale breath, take your hand back down towards ground. Into the other side, now count out our breaths. Inhale, sweep your left arm up to shoulder height. Exhale, threading the needle. So bring it through your arm, like inhale, hold. Exhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Exhale, hold. Inhale, breath brings us back up. And exhale, place your hand down towards the ground. Into child's pose, uncurl the toes, sit back into the heels. Arms may be forward. Your arms may be by the side of the body. So choosing what is going to work for you. You may also have your knees turned out to the sides of your mat, and that'll open up a little bit more into the pelvis. Forehead resting on your hands or your mat. We make our way back to all fours. Okay, gripping the mat again with our finger pads. Engage your bandhas, natural energy locks. Right arm, left leg will lift here. So you're in tabletop, and then lift the right arm, and your thumb is going towards the sky, no higher than the shoulder, because it's easier on your shoulder if your thumb's up towards the sky. Okay, that's a lot of words there. And then slowly take your hand and your knee down towards ground. Into the other side. So lift your left arm, right leg up, no higher than shoulder or hip. And then slowly down to the ground. Thumb again towards the sky to take pressure off the shoulder. Inhale, sweep your right arm, left leg up. Exhale, come down. Use your Ujjayi breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. I want you to hear your breath. Inhale, feeling your breath come into the back of the throat, that Ujjayi breath. Like you're breathing in, or inhaling in through straw. Exhale down. Feel your breath into the back of the throat. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale down. One more time on each side. Keep lengthening away, but pulling in. Nice. Okay, back into child's pose. So uncurl the toes, sit back into the heels. Now finding maybe a different child's pose. If your arms were forward, then bring your arms by the side of the body. If your knees were together, then maybe you want to turn them out. Use your exhale breath to help you to sink a little bit deeper into the ground. making your way up to all fours. Neutral spine, that natural S curve of the spine we find here, and then step forward with the right hand, left hand into downward facing dog, and alternate knee bends. And just nice pedal out, a little bit movement through our hamstrings here. Gripping your mat with your finger pads, helping to take pressure off the wrists. Okay, holding downward facing dog. Drawing your heels a little bit closer down towards the mat into three-legged dog. Take your right leg up towards the sky for three-legged dog. And then bend through the knees, step between your hands. We have a low lunge here. Holding the low lunge, I'd like you to push your left heel back as if you're pressing into a wall. So nice big opening coming through the legs here. As if you're pressing into the wall, pushing back, nice big length coming through the front of our leg, left side. Inner thighs. And then take your knee down towards the ground now. Now you find that this is a big opening, holding here. We shall kickstand our back leg. And you might want to tuck your knee a little bit closer and then kickstand so that you are having your shin lined up with the back edge of your mat. Your right knee is pointing straight ahead. And then you're going to take your upper body over to this nice big opening and take your elbows wider. So take your hands wider, take your elbows wider, and drive the crown of your head down towards the ground. Right knee is still pointing straight ahead. Opening up into our right side of our hip. With the inhale breath, make your way back up. Exhale breath, taking your hands back and kickstand the leg back. Low lunge, and then take your knee off the floor, and then come back into downward facing dog. So step right back with the right foot. Three-legged dog with the left leg. So lifting your left leg straight up to the sky, bend through the knee and step between your hands. Okay. Legs are open quite wide here. Pushing the right heel back. You may tap those front fingers or hands down towards the ground and then lightly gripping your mat. Sink down a little bit deeper, pressing the heel back. Notice that nice big opening coming through front of your thigh into the inner thighs. Engage your bandhas. And then let's take the knee down towards the ground. Now you may want to scoot your knee a little bit more forward and kickstand the back leg. Okay, and so that shin is lined up with the back edge of your mat. Left knee pointing straight ahead, encourage it. Sometimes it's nice to put our left arm into the inside of our left leg here and then push out. So just finding what's going to work for you too. And opening up those hands wider, opening the elbows wider, and draw the crown of the head down towards the ground. Use your breath, inhale. Exhale breath, helping you to release a little bit more. Breathing in with the inhale breath to all of those tight areas. Exhale, releasing the negative, releasing that tightness. The inhale breath is going to lead us back up. And the exhale breath, take your hands back, extend the leg back, low lunge, picking up the knee off the ground. Hands down to the ground, back to downward facing dog. And just pedal it out here, alternating knee bends. Okay, let's find stillness here. Drawing your heels down a little bit closer to the mat. And three-legged dog, right leg lifts towards the sky. So you may take your left heel up towards the sky for two, and then step between your hands with the right foot. High lunge this time. Coming up for your high lunge. And balance. Arms may come up overhead. Relax the shoulders. You may have your hands together, intertwine your fingers. And then with your index fingers, pointing them up towards the sky, wrap your thumbs around each other. Arms close to your ears. Right knee pointing straight ahead. Relax the shoulders. The exhale breath will lead us back down into downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, left leg lifts. Step between your hands. High lunge on this side. So push the right heel back and then make your way back up. Arms up overhead. Relax your shoulders. Intertwine your hands for now. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, sit a little bit deeper. Left knee pointing straight ahead. The exhale breath again shall lead us back down to downward facing dog. Just on your own time here. Come back, downward facing dog. Now bend through the knees for downward facing dog. Walk your feet towards the front of the mat. Bringing your big toes together. Let your head hang. And then inhale, come up to halfway lift with a flat back. To help keep that back flat, I'd like you to bend through the knees a little bit more. And then exhale, release, let the head hang. Inhale, come up to halfway lift, flat back. Bend the knees enough to help keep the back flat, and exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, release, head hangs. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Now coming all the way up, arms coming overhead. And then exhale, take your hands to your heart center into prayer. Placing your right hand into the left hand. Your right hand symbolizes the sun. Your left hand symbolizes the moon, joining together. We stand tall, feel our foundation. Place your hands onto the hips. I hope you feel taller too. I feel like I've grown. I'm pretty short, so it's always nice when we do lots of stretching, increasing our flexibility. Okay, bending through the knees and step or do a little jump up with our ankles, knees, and hips in line with each other. Bending through the knees again, and then step the right foot back. It's not big, it's not as big of a step back as we did with our lunges. So just a step back here so that you feel comfortable with the distance. It's pyramid. Squaring our hips. So take your right hip forward. If you find that, yeah, this is okay, I can square my hips, no problem, you can try turning your back foot out to a 45-degree angle. If not, that your hips are not square, take all of your toes back to face the front. Take your hands behind your back, hold onto the hands or the elbows, or reverse prayer. Engage your bandhas. Inhale, small back bend. Now really think about lifting up through the upper part of your back, lengthening through your spine, and then exhale, fold forward. So engage your bandhas there, long through our spine, taking the left hip back, right hip forward to help keep those hips square still. Left knee may be bent too. Looking at your left big toe. With the inhale breath, it brings us back up. Small back bend. And exhale. Release, bend through both knees and step right to meet the left. Shift through the legs. Okay, into the other side. Bend through the knees and step the left leg back into pyramid here. Now setting yourself up. It's nice to square the hips so that the right hip is being pulled back and the left hip is being pulled forward. Engage your bandhas. Take your hands behind your back. Hands, elbows, or reverse prayer. Finding what's working for you. You may just have your hands on your hips too. That's perfectly fine. Inhale, small back bend. Lengthen through your spine. Always think about elongating through the spine. It's the upper back that's lifting up and over. And then exhale, fold forward. Look at your big toe, right big toe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you may fold a little bit deeper into stretch, into pyramid. Right knee may be bent too. The inhale breath leads us back up. And exhale breath, release, bend through the knees and step left to meet the right. Okay, warrior two. Bend through the knees and step. And now a big step with the right foot right back. Now the distance between your legs is one leg distance, your one leg distance, and then take the heel down towards the ground. Line your heels up for the front heel with the back arch. Left knee, it's pointing straight ahead. Inhale, sweep your arms up to shoulder height, and exhale, lunge forward. Looking over your middle finger, upper body just sits over top of the pelvis. We relax our shoulders. Inhale, hold. And then exhale, bend through the knees and step right to meet the left. Into the other side. I'll just come to the other side on my mat so you can see me open. Into the other side, left side. Bend through the knees and step the left foot straight back. Take the heel down towards the ground. Inhale, sweep your arms up to shoulder height, and then exhale, lunge forward. Right knee pointing straight ahead. Look over your middle finger. Inhale, thinking about length. Exhale, sitting a little bit deeper into your lunge. Shooting the energy out through our fingers, but not overextending it through our shoulders. With the exhale breath, you make your way back towards the front. So bend through the knees and step left to meet the right. And a little shift. Okay, coming to top of the mat, into wide-legged forward fold. Bend through the knees and step the right foot back. I'm going to turn so that my heel is down towards the ground, lining up the side of my edge of my foot, side of mat. Then turning on my heel, left, right heel, and then facing forward. Toes all facing forward at first. Take your hands behind. You may hold onto your hands if you want to, or you're having your hands onto the hips. We'll lift our arms up and over when we do this forward fold and into a big arch. So inhale, small back bend, engage your bandhas, and then exhale, forward fold, bend the knees enough to help you get a little bit closer to the ground, lift your arms up and over in this big arch. Inhale, hold. Exhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Exhale, hold. Inhale. And then exhale, come up to halfway. Place your hands just down to the hips. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Here, hold. And then exhale, release your hands down towards the ground in front of you. Okay, into a twist. Place your right hand down towards the ground. And then, oh, sorry, let's do the opposite. Place our left hand down towards the ground. And then your right hand onto the right hip. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, rotating your body to the right side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lengthen through your body, lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, come out of the twist. Place your right hand down and then take your left hand up towards your hip. Place it on your hip. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twisting over to the left side. Inhale, hold. Exhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Exhale. Inhale, hold. Exhale, come out of the twist. Take your hands back down towards the ground. And then we sit over to the left side. So a side lunge here, sitting over to the left side, you may take right heel up. Relax your shoulders. Slowly coming back to the center and then over to the other side and take left heel up. Use your exhale breath to sink a little bit deeper into the side stretch. Coming back to the center. And your toes, you're going to turn on the heels and then toes face forward. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, walk your hands so that they are parallel with your feet. Now you may need to open up your legs a little bit wider. So heel, toe, those legs out. And the goal is to have the crown of the head down towards the ground. Your elbows pointing towards the back. So inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hold. And then remember the goal is to have the crown of the head on the ground. So bend the knees enough to help you get a little bit lower to the ground. That'll help. Promise. Okay, holding. With the inhale breath, coming up, walk your hands forward. Exhale breath, coming up to halfway, place your hands onto your hips. And then inhale all the way up, small back bend. And exhale, release, bend through the knees and step your feet to the front of your mat. Okay, very good. Class goes by so fast. We're very, very busy. Oyster out. Okay, let's move towards the ground now. And you may do a Vinyasa Flow, so half of the sun salutation with me if you like to make your way to the ground or make your way however you like. Okay, inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward, feel your foundation through your feet. And inhale, come up to halfway. Exhale, place your hands down to the ground, step out the right foot, left foot into a plank. You may jump your body forward and then lower yourself into the ground. You come to knees. Inhale to up dog. So curl the toes. Inhale to up dog, pubic bone down, draw the navel in, lengthen through the spine. Exhale to downward facing dog. And then bend through the knees, lift your hands, walk, step, or jump the feet forward and come to seated. Take your legs out in front of you. Remove the fleshy part from the bottom. We sit up nice and tall. And then take your hands behind. Reverse tabletop. Now your fingers are going to be pointing towards your bum. You're taking your fingers about 3 inches away. Now, and then bending through the knees. If this does not work for you, that you're having your fingers pointing towards your bottom, take your hands just to the side here and tent your fingers and lift up through the chest. You can come with me though, for tabletop, reverse tabletop if you'd like. So tuck your feet in a little bit closer to your bottom and then lift your pelvis. Before you do that though, always engage your abundance and then draw your pelvis out towards the sky. Lifting up, keep lifting up. With the exhale breath, let your pelvis come down towards the floor. Okay. And then turning over to the side of the body and making our way down towards our mat. Turn your head towards the front of your mat and then rolling over to your back. Making our way to bridge. Seeing if you can hold on to your heels here. So bending through the knees and then see if you can touch your heels. You may hold onto the heels, your ankles I should say, or just touch your heels for bridge if you want to do it that way. If you do need to see me at any time, please don't look at me when you are in bridge because you're never supposed to twist through your neck when you are lifting your pelvis up towards the sky. Don't want to kink or hurt yourself. Okay, palms down towards the ground, looking up towards the sky. And then draw the pelvis up towards the sky. Ankles, knees, and hips in line with each other. You may hold onto your heels, so you can just touch them if you like, or you can hold onto the ankles. So just walking your shoulders under. Then holding onto the ankles, taking your knees a little bit closer to each other. Imagine squeezing a block in between your knees. And then slowly release, so you're rocking your shoulders back. And then drawing your pelvis down towards the ground. Take your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then rock side to side. Nice massage for our spine. And then rock forward and back. So just rock it back. Massage your spine. Nice little ball shape too. It's always lovely to do. Rolling like a ball. And slowly release. Our final pose is Shavasana. Okay, Shavasana. You may have the knees bent if you're lying on your back. You may have your legs straight out on your mat. We'll be in Shavasana for a few minutes, so it's always good to have a blanket to place over top of you to keep your warmth and to feel warm. When you start to cool down, it's always good to have that warmth. You may also come into an easy seat here too, a comfortable position that you're seated. And you have a nice mudra. With your fingers, with your hands, and what is going to work for you. Finding stillness. Close your eyes. Let your facial muscles soften. Your lips part. Your neck softens. Releases. Let your body soften into the earth. Keeping all the positive energy within you, but releasing the negative. Letting it go. I will call you back when it is time. Slowly back, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Noticing the surface your body is lying on. Noticing your breath. Feeling a warmth starting from the center of your body. Letting it spread out to your arms. Letting it spread down your legs. Letting that warmth circle your body. Letting your mind and body feel whole. Feel connected. Having a clear mind. And then making your way to fetal if you are lying on your back. By taking your right arm overhead, bending through the knees and rolling over to your right side. Taking a moment here and making your way up to a comfortable seated position. Your hips may be higher than the knees to take that pressure off the knees. And taking your hands to your heart center. Thank you everyone for sharing your practice with me. Enjoying the rest of the day, enjoying the rest of the week as we move forward. Namaste.